this comment makes me wonder if we've lost something, because I remember the Battlefield 2 or Battlefield 1942 Desert Combat mod, which then became Battlefield 2, and it was janky, it was weird, and it was awesome. It was so good. Me and my nephews used to go in, and I think it was the mod, not Battlefield 2, but you could just spawn like 1,000 enemies, and then we would just be snipers off in the hills somewhere and just shoot them for like an hour and laugh. And like the AI was horrible, it was janky, it was stupid, it wasn't challenging, but it was a ton of fun hanging out with my nephews, shooting people in the head. Context. But like we've kind of lost that, because even if like the craziest mods and all of that is kind of sanitized down these days, because a lot of it is, well, how can the developers capture that and monetize it? How can the developers make money off of that and not like, right, like, because it's all like, well, you can buy it in the store now. Yes, go to the Fortnite store, right? And like, to me, Fortnite and all of their crazy, their Batman, their all of that in the game is the most sanitized crap. I hate it. I have a friend who plays all the time and streams it, and like they have all the music stuff and you could play, and I'm like, this isn't like Rock Band and cool. This is like the worst songs and the worst versions, watching people play in the worst way, but it's wacky and fun, and it's like, it's fun for your, oh my god, I was gonna say 55-year-old dad, but that's younger than me. But like, that's like who it's for. It's for like 50-year-old moms who are like, oh, that's wacky. Look at that. Oh my god, it's a snowman in summer. Like, where back in the old days, man, the mods were crazy. They're like, oh, you're in 1942. What if we go to Modern Combat and just go crazy and like give you all these like stuff, and we just don't care. We're just doing this because we love the game. We love gaming. We're having fun. We're sharing it with our friends. It's blowing up. It's going good. Like, and there was just a different embracing around it, and it wasn't so calculated. It wasn't so like. Like, we did this for everything. I joke of, like, if you're 16 years old, like, God, you gotta make a TikTok because you gotta start making money. How come you're not earning? Like, there's all of this around it now. And for our modding and what we're doing with Anacrusis, I think about this a lot, because I'm like, well, hang on, if I'm just making money off of that and they're not, then I'm exploiting them. But we're not making any money. And barely keeping the lights on. So, like, how do we do that? And like, we've kind of all just said, well, hey, if something happens, we'll do something, and a handshake, and there's some trust, I guess, because I think it's important that if, like, let's say like the Anacrusis normally makes, like, it doesn't sell a lot right now, right? So let's say like it sells 1,000 copies a month, and then all of a sudden we give the community to build it out, and it's selling 10,000 a month. Well, that's real money, right? That would be like $70,000. We're small now, so like that's like, right, but like we should share that. We should share that with those people. And how do we do that? And how do we do that where it's not this weird, creepy exploitation that happens in stuff like the Fortnite community and stuff? Because, or, you know, Roblox, where you're taking 70% of the profit to give 30% back, and you're like, oh, because I've built all the systems. Well, yeah, but when you built the systems to exploit people, it's not so gracious, right? Right? Like, here, I really go off on a tangent. It's kind of like when Breen talks about this, and what's his face from Far Cry 4 does this as well, where they're like, to the aggressor, to the player, they're like, oh, well, what have you ever built? All you've ever done is torn down. All you've ever, and they're like, well, no, hey, dude, all you've built is systems to exploit people. So yeah, tearing those down is okay. But like, it's kind of the same thing there, right? It's an analogous to it. And so I think about that a lot, and I don't know how to do that in an equitable way. And I think about that, especially for the next game, of building it ground up with that, because there's a bunch of people in our community that are builders and creators, and I don't want to exploit them. I want to work with them. And how do we do that? I don't know. But man, there was like Battlefield 1942 Desert Combat mod may have been like the peak of just the crazy modding, throwing it out there and having fun with it. And dear God,